going on, Jerome's? Minnesota Vikings, they got some work to do at the cornerback spot as they relied heavily on veterans. Most of them are now free agents in Gilly, Byron Murphy Jr., Shaq Griffin, as well as Fabian Moreau. And you do have Nudie McLaughlin and Mekhi Blackman, who I have high hopes for both of them. But the Flores is just looking at this free agent class and seeing how much cap space the Vikings have, just like, got to get some. And of course, major names out there like DJ Reed, Travarius Ward, Carlton Davis are certainly out there. But what if I told you that the best free agent cornerback on the market, probably the most expensive as well, was right here in-house, and that he's good and he fits in with your scheme? Byron Murphy Jr., the Vikings should do everything they can to retain Murph, the pride of University of Washington. So this is what PFF wrote. Murph is PFF's number 33 free agent this offseason. Projected contract, 3 years, $17.33 million per season. So 3-year, $52 million deal, $34.5 million guaranteed. Murphy signed a 2-year, $17.5 million free agent contract with the Vikings in 2023 offseason and certainly played up to that deal, looking like a good fit in defense coordinator Brian Flores' uber aggressive defense. His 6 interceptions in 2024 were tied for the most among cornerbacks, and 17.33 in the grand scheme of things, it would be slightly outside the top 10. I mean, cornerback contracts, they certainly been getting up there. Ramsey, Surtain, rightfully so up there. And then Jair Alexander, $21 million per year. Okay. But absolute studs up there as well in Terrell, Denzel Ward, Marlon Humphrey, etc. Oh my God. I forgot about the Lattimore contract. I mean, some of these do not age well. Yeah. But noteworthy that L'Jarius Sneed last cycle, when he was tagged and traded from the Chiefs to the Titans, got $19.1 million per year. Maybe 17.3 is slightly low because that's behind Lenore with the 49ers, slightly ahead of what Carlton Davis got with the Lions, but I do think that that's roughly the ballpark of what we're looking at for Murph. And there's a lot of reasons why you should bring back Murph. Number one, he's only 27, still has a ton of really good football left in him, proven that he can stay healthy. That was one of the reasons why he got such a muted 2-year contract after he left Arizona, is that he had back issues that there was some concerns about, and there was also a lot of playing time incentives, a lot of ways that the Vikings protected themselves in the 2-year contract with Murph. He fits in the Flores scheme. And, he's been here the entire duration of the Flores regime here over the last 2 years, heading into year 3. And it really feels like he settled in. I mean, the first year, learning the scheme, it's extremely complicated and convoluted, a lot of communication going on there. But Murph, you could tell, was very comfortable this season, really good communicating with Beasley, Metellus, Harrison Smith, everyone on the back end of that defense. Also, he's taken on a leadership role. You talk about him working after practice with Dwight Newton McLaughlin, which is really selfless if you think about it from Murph, because you're tutoring and giving information, things that you've learned throughout your career to someone who ostensibly could take your job. But I love that Murph is paying it forward, and he understands it. Plus, I kind of like that Murph ain't afraid to talk a little ish, especially towards the Lions. I kind of like that, just a little, just a smidge. Also, uber productive this year, a career high 6 interceptions, 14 passes broken up, as well as a career low 80.0 quarterback rating when thrown at, which is good. Also, a career high 81 tackles, certainly mixing things up there in run support. So Murph to me definitely is a guy that the Vikings should keep in the sphere. You got to take care of your own. You got the cap space to do it. And it's always sort of the grass is greener on the other side. But I do think that Murph, even with names like DJ Reed, Travarius Ward out there, would be best for the Vikings in this free agent cycle. And just running it back with him, with Flores and company, would really do a lot for the Vikings cornerback room, because if you minimally have Murph, Blackman on the outside, maybe some Nudie McLaughlin worked in there, maybe add a little bit more in free agency or the draft, the cornerback room could get back to good here really, really quick. And Murph would be a main part of that. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings should do everything they can to re-sign Byron Murphy Jr. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best to do. Skol, production value.